I've got a very esteemed guest on the show today in form of Casey Rossi. Welcome, Casey.
Let's create a spreadsheet. Let's analyze it. Let's think some more. So I couldn't do that anymore because, there's only so much you can organize, like Post-it notes and be super, together. I had to be willing to take imperfect action. I had to be willing to use my voice and step out, me, myself, and I. And that was hard. And I needed coaching and healing around worthiness in order to do that. And there's no one to hide behind when it's just you. So there were a lot of things that came from that pivot, and I think still are there for me to look at and to address and to give some self-compassion to.
In terms of probably some people listening, watching this who are going through some kind of a big transformation in their business themselves, and they're kind of like holding them back a little bit. Maybe there's a few limiting beliefs there that are kind of swirling around, maybe stopping them from taking that imperfect action. What would your tips or advice be for those sorts of people?
I think one, you're in the exact perfect space that you need to be. So to embrace your timeline, that you're not comparing to anybody else. And I think that the fact that you're even listening to this shows that you're ready, because you wouldn't even have it in your consciousness. You wouldn't even be tuning into something called the Fearless Business Podcast Show unless you were ready to bust through the fear and do something different. So I think just honoring and acknowledging that is huge. Making little micro challenges for yourself and breaking it down, I think, is going to be very, very helpful, because I think many times as entrepreneurs with huge audacious goals, we look at this massive big goal, like I want to be an author, I want to be on the best-selling list. We look at this huge thing versus breaking it down into micro goals, which gives us that opportunity for the micro win, which then makes this happy cycle of productivity. So I would say, one, acknowledge and celebrate that you're already here, and it wouldn't be in your consciousness if you weren't ready for change. And breaking things down in step by step by step increments, and just commit to yourself to showing up and chunking through some of those increments, not the whole big thing so you choke and stop, but just little bits at a time so you set yourself up to win.
100%. I was nodding furiously then, because you mentioned about things like the books and stuff like that, but people go, how do you get 500 reviews, Robin? I'm like, well, one review at a time. Just go out and ask for it. Just
congratulations. That's awesome.
You
so
gotta
awesome.
chunk it right down. Thank you.